Welcome to another episode of the Blood Knight Reacts. I'm your host, the Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, subscribe. Okay, there we go. I'm your host, the Blood Knight, Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. And today, at this moment, at this time, I am doing a part 2 to my reaction of If You're Reading This, I'm in Prison. And yeah, this is going to be a part 2. Break it up, into 2 separate videos. So yeah, let's keep. We're reviewing his case and the story and whatnot. So let's get into it.
Inaccuracy here is, in her earlier version of events, she claimed to have stopped oral sex, stood up, and already had put her shirt on. From April 12th, accuser: I'm still sitting down, but when he went to go put his phone down, he had kind of removed or stopped standing directly in front of me with his feet on both my sides. So I kind of had a way to stand up and create distance between us. So I did that. And then I started putting my shirt back on, looking for my purse. My lawyer: did you indeed put your clothes back on? Accuser: I did. But here on April 18th, aside from the different story about the oral continuing, there was also a major discrepancy that actually shows even more credibility towards the oral actually continuing, which is what actually happened. Because after penetrative sex had completed, she claimed, I believe that he did say something when I was putting on my shirt. But why would you put your shirt back on?
So yeah, this guy is pointing out more inconsistencies in this woman's story. It's like this guy, for context, he had a team of lawyers with him. He had a team to point out all these stories, of these inconsistencies. So, yeah. Imagine if you don't have a team of lawyers. Yeah, you're cooked.
If it's already on. If you got up after oral, like you said in your original statements on April 12th, then your shirt would have already been on. Question: did you leave the bedroom? Accuser: no. He came up to me, started kissing me, put his fingers inside of me again, and then kind of quickly pushed me onto the bed so my stomach was on the bed, and then he lifted my dress up and put his penis in me. In this version, she had already put her shirt and clothes fully back on. There was no shirt removal, but then I came over and forced her on the bed and penetrated her. So on April 12th, the shirt is already on for the penetration. After getting dressed and trying to leave on April 18th, in addition to the oral continuing, the shirt was only put on after the penetrative sex, while awkwardly laughing about something I said. So if you're telling the truth about getting up and putting your shirt back on after oral, then the shirt would already be on. These are just a few of the inconsistencies between her statement to the police, her testimony, and her cross-examination. There were many more. If I included them all in this video, it would be several hours long. These inconsistencies, inaccuracies, whatever you'd like to call them, are not in comparison to my statements or testimony. All of these things are her word versus her own word. These are not even taking into consideration my testimony, where I disagree with basically everything she's claiming. Even being as polite as possible, there is a alarming pattern of changing stories, contradicting, and even fabricating physical evidence to depict an aggressive encounter that simply didn't happen. There are dozens of instances from this person that clearly lower their credibility, or to be blunt, outright disqualify their credibility. And to put it simply, that is what reasonable doubt is.
Yeah. It's like this chick is lying through her teeth. It's like it should be just one continuous story, It's crazy.
What started as a concern about a potential video needed a description of a non-consensual, aggressive encounter in order to get a warrant to access my phone. And the accuser herself conceded during cross-examination that many points in her initial statement were not true. I stated this earlier, but it needs to be said again.
Okay, she's even agreeing that she's lying. That things are not true. God damn.
Yeah, the accuser was encouraged to go forward by her friends, family, and therapist. The issue, though, is that she told her therapist, as well as her friends and family, not what actually happened. Inaccurate information. And that became the narrative, that I was some kind of assailant. And amongst many...
So yeah, she's telling all her friends and family a false bullshit story, and they're encouraging her to go forward to the police and all that, and it's like, God damn. Yeah.
Any other inaccurate statements and downright things that just didn't happen that were shared with the therapist is what led to the therapist encouraging her to go forward with charges. And there's a lot more on that I'm not going to get into in this video because I don't want to get myself in trouble, but it's crazy. Bottom line is, this encouragement was based on...
Oh, personally, if I was this guy, scorched earth, okay? Scorched earth. I would be going through all the testimony. I would be naming names. I would be putting up what else? Whatever. She's got social media. I'd be putting that up and displaying. It's like I wouldn't be encouraging my viewers to harass her, but it'd just be there, you know. And yeah, I would be making a video detailing every inconsistency. It's like, of course, it's like this would get real. I'd have a friend, you know, and they would have access to a channel, a specific channel, whatnot. And if I still had my channel, it's like they'd be given the series of videos, and it's like a 1 year into the sentence. It's like, release it. Scorched earth. That's what I would be fucking doing. Not gonna lie. Woman's gonna destroy my life like that. It's like, yeah. Like, there'd be the full story, everything.
Incomplete, inaccurate, and fabricated information. The pressure then accumulated substantially into several other motives from the appeal. In the months following their encounter, the accuser faced extensive pressure from her friends.
It's like, fuck what my lawyer says. It's like, oh, scorched earth. Scorched earth.
Family, and therapist to press charges against Mr. Densmore. According to her therapist, Mr. Densmore was a predator who was skilled in making small changes to their plans until she was in his apartment and had likely done this before. The accuser received similar feedback from her friends, mother, and stepfather who, despite never meeting Mr. Densmore, their only idea about me, by the way, is my crazy YouTube videos. So you can imagine what that looked like. Despite never meeting Mr. Densmore, told her that she needed to press charges against Jack because otherwise she was letting him do that to other girls. This pressure culminated in the accusation.
Alright, so they're encouraging her to press charges and whatnot. Yeah, so that they think that he's doing crazy shit to other people. It's like, no. Yeah.
Accuser admitting to feeling guilty that if she didn't take any legal type of action, she would be responsible for him doing this to other girls.
All this guy did. It's like he took her. They were gonna go hiking, but then they ended up having Netflix and having some consensual fun time. That's all that ended up happening. And they didn't. It's like the guy who was gonna film a consent video, but she didn't want that. So it's like, personally, I would have had a form or something, you know, an NDA, something like that, you know, instead of doing a video. This all started because she was worried this guy had a video of her telling him that they had consent and whatnot. So yeah.
Cross-examination of the accuser, trial transcripts, April 2024. Moving on, In addition to these factors, there was another major issue with this person's credibility. In multiple private emails with her therapist, this person admitted to making her entire story up. I legally cannot share the full emails, but it's in her testimony, and she...
Oh my god, it's like, spill the tea, goddammit, man. Spill the goddamn tea. You're going at this broad is getting you and putting you in jail. This broad's putting you in jail. It's like, spill the goddamn tea. Spill the goddamn tea. You know. It's like, yeah. It's like scorched earth is what I'd be doing. It's like, I'd be telling my friend, it's like every single video hosting site. It's like Rumble, Odyssey, YouTube. All of it. Be online.
He confirmed multiple times that these emails were read correctly, accurately, and that she did say these things. This is all available in cross-examination from April 18th, as well as highlighted in closing arguments on May 31st. This was particularly devastating for me, my friends, and my family to have to sit through. And this is why I'm so shocked that I even had to go to trial in the first place. Because from day one, there was reasonable doubt, and the person to have that reasonable doubt was her. Now, as somebody that has been a victim of assault myself, I know what it's like to feel like you're in denial about what happened to you, and you do have thoughts like, am I making this all up, right? But this is so much more than that. And remember, credibility is essentially the only available thing for the defense to question in a he said, she said trial with no evidence. So if changing your story numerous times, potential collusion from therapists and others influencing you.
Yeah. Basically, his parents had to witness this guy. It's like, get him to run through the legal system. I don't envy that, you know.
You admissions of potentially making your story up, concerns of a video, and other multiple motives to fabricate, as well as direct evidence of fabricating physical evidence, and for lack of better words, a continuous inability to recall basic facts and testify credibly isn't reasonable doubt. Then what even is reasonable doubt? Seriously, if this isn't reasonable doubt, then what is? What can anybody in this position do if...
It's like signed form. It's like you're gonna do anything like that, like a consent form, like a consent, a record of consent. You know, it's like sheet of paper. You know, and make sure it's like it says. It's like, I have sound mind and judgment. And da 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 da. You know.
They somehow can choose to ignore all of that. Think about if what was happening to me was happening to...
So, yeah, basically, the courts redacted a whole bunch of documents that could have exonerated this guy. They also, like the way the laws were structured, they made, like, inconsistencies in the story. Like, that was not provable, and, yeah. This guy is Ontario, Canada. This is what we're living in, folks.
To you, or your partner, or your brother, your sister, your dad, your friend, and then go over everything. Is there a lack of credibility? And if so, is this lack of credibility enough for reasonable doubt? As you will read in the transcripts, there were multiple motives to fabricate. We concluded that the main one was she thought I still had a photo or video of her, and for whatever reason, thought that I was actually going to post it online. It goes without saying, I would never post, publish, or share a consent video online. That would not only be a gross violation of personal privacy, but it would literally be a crime and career suicide. And there's absolutely no reason for me to ever do that. With that being said, if I'm being very objective and very polite here, I can maybe kind of understand the potential where...
No, it's like scorch earth, you know? It's like every video hosting site. Spill the goddamn tea. You know, have like a separate video going over the transcript and every inconsistency. Released emails, everything.
Worry that they had that I would. During the trial, this person acknowledged that she was familiar with my videos, and she even described them on April 17th as the subject matter was about drinking, interviewing girls, hitting on girls, despite most of my videos being pranks that had nothing to do with these things. With that being said, the video she was in before, McMaster Hoko 2019, was essentially a 45-minute satire documentary about a massive street party where I'm wearing a crown and shotgunning beers with fans. And in that video, it's a bunch of interviews about drinking, partying, sex, day kills, and that kind of thing. So anecdotally, that was the only experience she had of being in a previous video of mine. Upon arriving at my house, she texted her friends saying, "I think it's a joke. I think he's going to prank me." So it seems like even before meeting me, there was an anxiety that there was somehow a possibility of being pranked. And of course, I had no idea of this. Anyways, from 2017 until 2021, I was known for posting wild party content on my social media that some considered very vulgar and controversial. I've even gone to events like Pride and done interviews with like dozens of naked people, and I always made sure to censor every potential inappropriate thing. With that being said though, I filmed hundreds of these videos where I would go and I would do pranks, interviews, especially interviews at nightclubs, and many people faced severe repercussions just from appearing in my videos. Multiple videos, guys and girls were exposed for cheating on their partners, and this is why I started filming these consent videos when I do pranks, because essentially...
God damn. God damn.
If you film a video like a prank, you would go up to the person afterwards and be like, "Hey, my friend's over there, he's filming, this was all a prank. Is it okay if we use this clip for YouTube?" And you ask them this because if they say yes, then you're allowed to post it online, right? And if you don't, they could potentially decide later, "Oh, I don't want that clip online." And then they can report the video and get it taken down. And this can result in you losing your YouTube channel. If you have a brand deal with the video, you can lose thousands of dollars. And also, you're not trying to like humiliate this person.
So yeah, it's like this guy was working above board, you know. It's like just for laughs, gags and whatnot. It's like they gotta get your consent and all that jazz for posting videos and whatnot.
Person online and ruin their lives. So that's why, as pranksters, we go up and we get consent videos. Interview videos are a little different because when you speak into a microphone, it's implied consent, so you don't need to get consent. This is why I would have so many videos of people saying ridiculous things. Then they would end up getting in a lot of trouble, and they try to get the videos removed, but it's like, dude, you shouldn't have spoken into a microphone in a video at a nightclub, right? So this happened for years, and this is actually what gave me so much anxiety. And as my channel got bigger and bigger, I started butting heads with the city, with the universities, with the newspapers, and when I would do my Hoko videos, multiple students were suspended from sports teams and even fined thousands of dollars by the government just for appearing in my videos. Literally. I know that this is not what this video is about, but I really want to hammer this point home, guys. On one occasion in particular,
Yeah. It's like, how much you want to bet? It's like this guy got honeypotted or something like that. How much you want to bet?
I filmed interviews and it went viral, and then it circulated around that town, and 3 people ended up getting fired from their jobs. 3 people. Because they said vulgar things into the microphone, which I thought were just harmless, funny things to say. This was in 2019. So as much as I'm just like a young guy having fun, doing funny shit, making videos that were meant to be entertaining.
No, it's like, how much you want to bet? It's like, someone put this chick up to it, you know? Someone in government, somewhere out there, it's like, they didn't like this guy exposing stuff. It's like, how much you want to bet? It's like, they looked at one of his videos, they found a chick, they asked her, it's like, "Hey, would you mind doing this and this?" You know? How much you want to bet?
Entertaining and fun. On occasion, there were real consequences for people, and I never wanted that. This is
how much you want to bet he was set up. Wouldn't put past the government. I wouldn't put past that.
Why I would make sure to get consent, because not only do I not want to get things taken down or potentially sued, but also I don't want to ruin people's lives for the sake of content. And at a certain point, I started to feel this every time I was filming prank videos, and I moved away from pranks and interviews entirely, and I started making self-development content on a completely new channel. I wanted to focus on self-improvement and actually helping people and writing before I moved off of YouTube and into making movies, because that's my long-term goal, acting and making movies. With all that being said, being featured in a prank or a Hoko video,
and his life just got freaking ruined just because of one chick. All because she was worried he had a video of her. All because of that.
Video or an interview is still a totally different thing than having an intimate consent video published online. It's never happened before, and it never will. On May 28th, we tried to introduce these as evidence at trial to show clear examples to the judge of what a consent video is, because that's what we were concerned, that this judge would have no idea what we were talking about. My lawyer even showed one of these videos to the prosecutor.
How much you want to bet? It's like the judge... How much you want to bet like the judge was some woman or something like that? How much you want to bet? I don't know if that's the case, but I just feel like that, you know? How much you want to bet? Because no reasonable, sane man, it's like It's like no reasonable or sane man. It's like should be throwing this guy in jail. It's like it's like yeah.
The Crown. After seeing it, he fought even harder to make sure that it was not allowed to be introduced as evidence. The judge then decided not to allow us to use any consent videos as evidence at trial. But then, at the same time, in closing arguments and the eventual judgment, both the Crown and the judge dismissed the legitimacy of consent.
So yeah, should have gotten it in writing, a consent like form or something like that, instead of a video.
Consent videos being a real thing. The judge even said, I reject the evidence of the accused that he was making a consent video, whatever that really is. And I'm going to be really, really careful with my words here, because I want to say this in the most respectful way possible, okay? It's very important to consider if the person making these literally life-altering decisions should be someone who understands these type of things, and in particular, this extremely recent cultural moment that we are all currently going through, especially back in 2020 in a post-Me Too era. I'm not saying this to discredit judges, okay? Most judges are legitimate, brilliant, like super geniuses. That's why there's so few judges, because it's incredibly hard to do. So while being as respectful as possible.
Oh. Yeah, how much you want to bet it was a chick? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet it was a chick judge? And how much you want to bet she was like this chick participated in like feminist clubs and all that jazz? You know, how much you want to bet?
What I'm saying is that my generation, it's different now. We live in an era of mass surveillance, media, police body cams, consent videos, social media fame, cancel
No, it's true. Yeah. Mass surveillance, everything.
culture, in addition to hookup culture. There's a lot going on, and it is incredibly confusing to navigate this world as a young person, especially as a public figure, which is under increased scrutiny with your reputation and protecting that reputation.
Yeah. So here's how things are. It's like you can have completely above board consensual fun. The woman in question, if she doesn't like you for whatever reason, she can revoke consent, go to the cops. You can get accused of SA, all that, and grape. You can get accused of that. Then take you to court, and they can omit evidence that could potentially exonerate you. They can redact a whole bunch of evidence and basically pin you to the goddamn wall. Pretty much. And pretty much, yeah, you're guilty till proven innocent. And it's your word against her word. In that case, yeah. It's like this guy, he had the best possible scenario. This is the best possible scenario. He had a full legal team working with him. You know? Like, I don't know about you, but I can't afford a legal team. Not in this economy. Oh, hell no. Neither could any of you viewers and whatnot. This guy had the best possible scenario. And he still got put in jail. It's like, alternatively though, it's like if you don't engage in hookup culture, you could wait till marriage to have sex, and then at some point, if a woman doesn't like you for whatever reason, she can hit the cancel button, pull the pin in the marriage, completely destroy your financial life. If you got kids, she's getting them, they're going to take it away, and yeah, you're screwed. So yeah.
Because we all know what happens if somebody gets any kind of accusation made about them. Your career in life is basically over. And even if this disconnect is very minor, it's still a strong enough disconnect to potentially influence situations like this where an innocent person can get wrongfully convicted. This is even more important if the person making those decisions is not actually required to explain in detail how they even came to these decisions and whose decision and judgment is then expected.
Yeah, we put, in this day and age, it's like we live in a society where we put women on a super pedestal. And it's like, yeah. It's like we still have that. There's still that belief that women are pure and all this, but it's like that can be further from the case. It's like these women, a lot of them, it's like they're being brought up in single parent households. Their fathers are just letting them run amok and have their way and whatnot, you know. They're being treated like princesses, hand and foot, you know. We still have that in our society, and yeah. In this modern day culture, it's like, yeah.
To be deferred to with absolute authority. So for me, despite having evidence of these consent videos, they were considered inadmissible at trial. And then, at the same time, used as an argument to lower my credibility. This was incredibly frustrating. And again, I'm getting a little emotional here. Let me try and dial it back. Filming a consent video is not a crime and is not what I was charged with. However, this person was concerned about a video of them potentially being put online, and then in the evidence, there's a strong motive. They fabricated an assault in order to prevent a video of them potentially, in their mind, being put online, despite the fact that I never have done that and I never would do that. The accuser also texted her friend saying, "I just realized my biggest dream in life is to intern at Saturday Night Live, even though that will never happen because I don't have the skills or connections." She said that right before coming to my house. That's from the April 16th doc.
So she wants to be an intern at Saturday Night Live? Oh, no. It's like Saturday Night Live, it's like, be like an intern in like 1970s Saturday Night Live? Sure, to goddamn hell yeah. This day and age, it's like, no, SNL has gone downhill. Except for that Shane guy, Shane Gillis. That guy's pretty legit.
Document. But I'll let you read the transcripts and come to your own conclusions. To put it simply, in a case that basically only comes down to credibility, there were multiple statements, changes in details, contradictions, proven fabrications of evidence that should have absolutely been taken into account in terms of credibility. And again, I'm talking about her testimony versus her statement to police, versus messages to her friends, versus emails to her therapist and all the things she admitted in them. This entire time is her word versus her own word. And within her own word, there are major issues. This case is very unique in a sense because there is more evidence that this person is not a credible witness, made a false accusation, fabricated evidence with motive and admission of some of these things, than there is evidence that I even assaulted this person. And there is no evidence because...
So, yeah. It's like you had two completely separate stories, and she is even admitting that she is fabricating a lie. Yeah, this is how fucked we are. This is how fucked society is.
I didn't. There was no assault. It was a consensual encounter. Testifying is terrifying. You're being accused of such a heinous thing and then having to explain intimate details in front of your girlfriend, friends, your family, and reporters who are taking your words out of context and putting you in the front page of the newspaper, making claims about you in front of literally your entire city. In my case, in Hamilton, 500,000 people, plus Toronto newspapers. So we're talking like millions of people. So despite all this pressure, you also have to try and remain calm and not emotional. But at the same time, you literally feel like you're having a heart attack and you have just immense anger about even being in this whole situation. So
me personally, it's like, yeah, I'd be going scorched earth in that scenario. It's like, I'd have a friend and whatnot, and there'd be some videos set up, a channel, all that, spilling everything. Naming names, everything.
The whole thing was frustrating, gaslighting, anxiety-inducing. It was just fucking terrible. And I'm sure it was terrible for the accuser as well, okay? But with that being said, that does not make it even remotely okay. What she did was wrong and has had massive consequences for my life that I'm still dealing with years later. I literally felt like my life was taken from me. And even on that day, seeing my girlfriend, my friends, My family collapsed to the floor, bawling their eyes out. This pain was, and still is, truly indescribable. So in the appeal, you can read my appeal lawyer's technical assessment, why the judge was incorrect. As a layman, he basically allegedly took the date and then he divided it into several different boxes, okay? So he took the date and he's like, here's the whole thing, box, 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 box. And then he said, well, she's not credible in this box, or this box, or this box, but I believe her in this box. Again, they're kind of allowed to just use their own discretion and decide whatever they want, but the reason that there was a technical error in this that allowed us to even appeal in the first place is that if somebody while testifying makes major inaccuracies, major contradictions, fabrications, discrepancies in several areas, this should significantly affect their credibility overall. And this was not done. Any lack of credibility, especially a substantial, overwhelming lack of credibility in the majority of areas, is reasonable doubt. And if that isn't considered reasonable doubt, then what is reasonable doubt? It basically makes it impossible for you or your loved ones to defend yourself as an accused person. This is how the...
We're living in 2026, the People's Republic of Canada stand, folks. It's like, I don't see how we get out of this unless America frickin' takes us over. I don't see there's no voting out of this. There is no voting out of this, folks. Nothing we can do. No voting it out.
The law works. This is just how it is. This is why people film consent videos in the first place. The only hope I have at getting my life back is that we can get a retrial to address these inconsistencies. But first, it needs to be approved by the appellate court. They don't give me notice, really, when they've decided, and I actually have to turn myself into custody. And then once I'm already in custody, they email my lawyer and tell them the decision they've made. So I have no idea what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. I'm just in this really f***ed up place right now, and it's terrifying. With that being said, an appeal is a lot different than a normal trial. I thought it was like, hey, like, look at all this evidence. You know, what happened here? But it's not. An appeal is not to retry the case or review the evidence. The appeal process is for an appeal lawyer to find technical errors in the judge's decision. With that being said, the way that the laws work in Canada, in these types of trials anyways, trial judges essentially have complete power to make convictions like this. Therefore, overturning a wrongful conviction is a nearly impossible thing to do. I'm just going to be honest. Whether the appeal is good or not, the default position of the appellate court is to just defer to the original trial judge's decision, regardless of the evidence. Because again, they're not supposed to retry the evidence. That's what the trial's for. This is what scares me the most. But as unlikely as it is, the possibility of having my life back has been the shred of hope I've been holding on to for years. If I had to go to prison for something I didn't do, it would literally ruin my life. And I think that's all that needs to be said. Put yourself in my shoes. Think about what is happening to me as if it was happening to you or a loved one.
Okay, first off, it's like, yeah, first off, buddy, I would not be in your position. First off, or first and foremost. It's like, as soon as she said no to basically their consent video, out, you know. Plus, it would be a form or something. I'd want a form and a video, you know. It's like, if she said no to either one or just one or the other, get out, first and foremost. And also, it's like, hiking, it's like, I wouldn't be freaking hiking. It's like, we wouldn't be going hiking or anything like that. It's like go see a movie or something at the theater cinema, or basically, I don't know, go to like a mom and pop restaurant or something like that, you know. Go to arcade or something, bowling, I don't know, something like that, you know. I don't know. Something simple, you know. Like mini putt or something like that, you know. I would go mini putt, maybe like an arcade or someplace like that. Someplace where there's a lot of people, you know, or enough people. And yeah, I would wait. It would basically, yeah, it'd be 3 dates before I'd engage in any kind of intimate acts, you know. 3 dates. First and foremost, you know. And the moment I found out that she has a boyfriend, No, completely shut that shit down. She is not loyal. It's like if she'll turn on if she'll turn on her own boyfriend, it's like that woman's not loyal. She does not know the value of loyalty. I would cut her off. I would cut that woman off then and there. Or after the date, it's like there'd be a polite. It's like, okay, we can't see each other. You're clearly not loyal. It's like you're clearly not loyal to your boyfriend. It's like this date was fine. You were okay, but it'd be like we can't see each other. It's like you don't know the value of loyalty. You cheated on your boyfriend. And yeah, you went on a date with another man. It's like, yeah. No, I'd wait 3 dates. 3 dates. And yeah. If she didn't want to sign a consent form or do a consent video, she's out of there, you know. She is out. And yeah. As soon as I found out that she has a boyfriend, I'd be completely aborting that, you know. I'd be completely aborting any kind of relationship, you know, with her, or any relationship possibilities.
Really think about that. I love my country. I respect the legal system. I think it's right more often than not. But false
No.
convictions happen. And when they do, it's absolutely devastating. Since the false accusation and wrongful conviction, my life has changed completely. My mental health was destroyed. My relationships destroyed. My finances.
Yeah, how does false accusations go? It's like, yeah, you can lose your job, you can lose relationships with family members, everything. I'm surprised it's like more women out there, they aren't trying to basically sabotage men, you know, intentionally destroy their lives, you know. I'm surprised.
Finances destroyed. This cost an ungodly amount of money. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's not even talking about
This guy had hundreds of thousands of dollars to blow on a legal defense, folks. No one has that kind of money in this day and age. If you're average Joe Blow, no one's got that kind of money. Unless you're winning the lottery, it's like, goddamn.
Lost revenue from my channels being terminated. They literally cut off my income. That is so fucked up. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to take down.
So yeah, YouTube destroyed all his channels and whatnot. Destroyed his revenue. Yeah.
My Instagram, which is another reason I avoided posting about this. Because if I talk about this, they're going to try and silence me again. I don't want to make this about me, but like, guys, this has been so fucked. Seriously. Like, aside from every...
No, I wouldn't be silenced, you know. It's like, I would be going, you know, scorched earth.
Anything else. In my own city, people hung up photos of me. I've been banned from gyms, co-working spaces, establishments, apps, buildings, restaurants. I've received thousands of death threats, hate comments. People have made multiple-hour documentaries defaming me, and I guarantee they don't have the...
With regards to death threats, it's like if someone wants to... It's like with regards to death threats, as far as I'm concerned, it's like shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. It's like shoot your shot, folks. It's like I have bigger knives than this, folks. But I'm just saying, you know, I got bigger knives than that. It's like you want to shoot your shot, shoot your shot.
The actual transcripts, they never even considered the actual evidence. They're just running with what was posted in newspapers. And this entire time, I've had to remain...
It's like I know. It's like this is Canada. It's like considering they're cracking down on the guns and whatnot, it's like I doubt anyone. It's like I doubt anyone would like that they'd have like a gun or something and they try and shoot me. No, they'd go out with a knife or something. And it's like I'm 6'3", I got a knife, you know. I'll probably take him. That's just I think I don't know, talking out my ass, but that's just how it is.
Silence about it. Just trust the system. The system continuously lets me down. I've tried to.
Oh yeah, no, don't trust the system. Let me tell you something, folks. It's like during the COVID times when everyone was getting a vaccine, I decided to basically decided to wait a year to see if COVID was still a thing. And if it was, I'd take the vaccine. If the COVID was still a thing, I'd take the vaccine. But what ended up happening is like the government, it's like you needed ID and whatnot. You needed ID certificates and whatnot to use public spaces and all that. The government, it's like you can go into restaurants. You're basically a second-class citizen in your own country. Pretty much. I got to see that, you know. I do not trust the government, let's just say. It's the reason why I will never be joining the Canadian military. It's like, I don't trust the government. Not one bit, not to even work for it. Any kind of capacity like that, you know?
To remain patient, calm, stoic. I work out every day. I read books. I have an amazing girlfriend, family, and support network, which I'm very grateful for.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, this guy has hope. This guy is one of those rare motherfuckers that has hope. You can see it in his sad face. It's like you can see it. There's still a glimmer of hope in this man's soul. How fucking rare in this day and age, I tell ya.
But aside from that, I have essentially become a recluse. And at times, it's felt like I've been hanging on by a thread. And this is totally different than who I actually am. I used to be confident, happy, optimistic, and I was proud of working my ass off for years in construction to become an entrepreneur and have the opportunity to create content online. I was able to entertain millions of people with my comedy videos, and I helped millions of people with my self-improvement content as well. And I had dreams of becoming an actor and filmmaker. And all of that was taken away from me for something that I didn't do. And that's not fair. That's not right. I want to create, I want to provide value to the world, and I don't want sympathy. I don't want to be a victim. And that's the toughest part on my ego. I should be working right now. I should be creating. I should be chasing my dreams and pursuing my goals, my purpose. I should be posting things that...
This guy got cut down in the middle of his grind. Oh, fuck, how effed up this is, you know? But no, yeah. Personally, I would not have been in his position. I would not have even gotten close to that. It's like, it would have been 3 dates. 3 dates, and as soon as I found out that she had a boyfriend, cutting her off right completely then and there. And if she didn't have a boyfriend, it's like, well, if she didn't want to do a consent video and didn't want to do a consent form, well, we couldn't be together, you know? Especially if I was in like in his position and whatnot, you know. If I was more successful, you know. But yeah, this guy didn't deserve what happened to him.
Provide you value. Not talking about this absolute tragedy that I'm barely surviving right now. I should not be stuck on the sidelines waiting around. I want to live. And the only remote chance I have of ever having a normal life back again is if my appeal is successful. Whether you like my content or not, whether you like me or not, whether you know anything about me, what was done to me was wrong. It was unjust, and this process has been incredibly painful for me and my family. I imagine it has also been painful at times for the accuser as well. And I'm not trying to minimize her feelings here, but what was a consensual date turned into being concerned about a video being circulated online, and then that became something completely different. And at the end of that, I was wrongfully convicted. And I'm not asking you to take what I've said at face value. I'm asking that you review the evidence and transcripts in their entirety and make your own judgment. No one is perfect, and I don't claim to be, but I'm an innocent person, and I deserve to have my life back. I want to end by saying thank you to those that do share your stories, whether you're a victim of assault or a victim of a false accusation. I understand it's a lot to go through, okay? And nothing in this video was meant to offend you or minimize what you've gone through. I also want to say thank you to those who still continue to support me, because you're basically the only reason I'm even here right now. And I'm sorry to all my fans and everybody that it took me so long to make a statement. I hope I can share more with you soon. Thank you, guys. My name's Jack. I'm a...
Okay. So, yeah. It's like... what happened to this guy is effed up. But no, yeah. Definitely, it's like if you do, it's like if, I guess, in this case, it's like, yeah. If you are going to get a consent video, also I would suggest get a consent form. And it's like 3 dates in. It's like 3 dates in before you at least try to make any advances. At least 3 dates in. At least 3 dates. And basically you find out if she has a boyfriend already, and yeah, basically cut her off immediately. As soon as you find out she's got a boyfriend, it's like she ain't loyal. She don't value loyalty. She ain't loyal. You don't want that in your life, because that will destroy you. It's like she doesn't even have the, it's like she doesn't even have the politeness to at least it's like to at least cancel their, it's like to cut off the relationship that she has with her boyfriend before going out with another guy, you know? It's like she doesn't even have the decency to just let the guy free and whatnot that she was dating or whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So yeah, if this doesn't red pill you, I don't know what will. I'm your host, the Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. And if this guy's video is gonna get removed, it's like, oh, probably might get it. My reaction to it might get removed. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Anyway, I'm your Blood Knight. I'm the Blood Knight of the Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. Keep your cards on the table. Keep your cards on the table. And keep your stick on the ice. You can't really see that, but it's a mini hockey stick that I got from, well, you get, it was a McDonald's thing. It's a McDonald's star stick. Yeah, keep your sticks on the ice and your cards on the table. Peace out, folks. Peace.